Welcome everybody. Okay, so now what we need to do is we have the game and it works, but watch what happens when the cycles go back to -1. Well, we haven't actually added any game over logic yet here. So before we do that, we're going to go ahead and we're going to call this game screen. Okay, and then we're going to call this event sheet. We can call this game sheet. And that way we know that it's a game sheet right there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new layout and I'm going to call and add in a new event sheet. And this layout is going to be called game over screen, and then this is going to be called game over sheet. Okay, just like that there. Now I'm going to zoom out just a bit and we're going to hop in and put in the background here. Now when you go to the new screen here, you have to set up the layers again. There is a way to make sure that there is inherited layers, but what that means is that an inherited layer is where you can set up a layer and it can be persistent across all layouts. But this program isn't exactly big enough for us to do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to also change this 1920 by 1080, and that way we get our nice little screen there. And then I think that actually probably should work just like that. I'm going to hop back into layers here, put that closed down here, and I'm just going to call this game layer. Now let's go and let's add in a text box here. And actually, one thing that actually might be good is to take this bonus here, and we can actually go and clone that object type, push Command X, and then Command V here. And you're probably wondering what we're doing here. Just take a quick look here. So we're going to call this txt game over, and then we're just going to go ahead and type in game over like that. And we could probably even make it a little bit bigger. We could probably make it, let's say 250. And let's see if we can get that in there. Yeah. And this is going to be, one thing I like to do is make big block letters and big block something that's pretty big. So I'm actually going to go 325, and that's a little bit too big. In fact, probably 290 or 300 will be even a bit better. And there we go. Now if you go ahead and push run here, you can see that this is what it will look like, and game over looks pretty good. We just need to nudge it over just a bit. Okay, there we go. And what we can also do is we can actually type in txt. We can put the score in here as well, and if we wanted to, just like that here. So let's go ahead and let's run the layout here, and it should print the score, but we haven't actually done that yet. So in order to actually make this score work, what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to undo that, and I'm going to say, I'm going to find the score here, and I'm going to go clone object type, and I'm going to push Command X and put it back in here. And this clone object type here, we're going to call this txt score game over. And that way we know which one it is. So we can put the score just like that, and we'll make it a little bit bigger. We can make it probably, let's say it's 75. Yeah, that's a good size here. We got the score, and we got the game sheet here, and the game over sheet. What we're going to do is we're going to go to system, and we can actually get away with every tick. We can technically do both on start of layout or every tick. We're going to go to game txt game score. We're going to go to set text here, and we're going to just say, yeah, set text. And the text, of course, is going to be score within the quotes, and then we're going to type in an ampersand, and then we're going to type in score. So what will have happen here is that when we run this here, it will print the score. Okay, let's hop back into construct 2 over here, kind of move that here, and I'm going to actually clone this again, and we'll call this txt best. Okay, and for here we'll call this best score, colon space. And what we'll also do is we'll do the same thing here. I'm going to copy and paste that. I'm going to replace this object here with txt best, and then we're going to call this best score. And remember, inside the quotes it prints it literally, and then we're going to go type in fact, we don't have a best score yet, so I'm going to add in a global variable and I'm going to call this best score. Or you can type it score best, and that way all the score variables will show up alphabetically. And we'll go score best. There we go. And then it should be 0 now. If we run it, you can see we got score best over here. Let's just do a little bit of housekeeping before we wrap up this tutorial here. We got the position, and I think that position looks pretty good. We could probably move it here. We'll say it's 485. For this one here, we're just going to make this one 485 as well, so they're all along the same here. All right, let's take a look at adding in a couple of sprites here, and we can actually add in our own sprites here, and we'll do that in the next tutorial. I'll see you then.